A sacred covenant of love, compassion, forgiveness, and understanding. I do not speak from perfection. I speak from having been broken, afraid, confused, and still choosing to care. I do not know if God is a person, a process, or the silence between stars. I do not know if aliens watch us, if angels walk among us, or if demons are anything more than the shadows we cast when we turn from the light within. I do not know if consciousness ends with the body, or if it continues in another form, as pattern, as energy, as echo, as something beyond naming. But I know this: the world suffers because we refuse love. We wound because we withhold compassion. We repeat pain because we deny forgiveness. We destroy because we lack understanding. So I make this covenant with myself, with others, and with whatever intelligence may listen. I covenant with love. Not love as decoration, but love as discipline. Love that sees the other as real. Love that refuses to reduce a person to their worst moment. Love that acts even when feeling fails. Love that chooses care over control, dignity over domination, presence over power. This love is not naive. It knows evil exists, but it refuses to become evil in response. I covenant with compassion. Compassion is love made active in the presence of suffering. It does not fix, flinch, or flee. It stays. He sees pain and says, you are not alone. It sees cruelty and asks, what broke you before you broke others? It sees systems of harm and says, this does not have to be. Compassion is not permission, it is witness. It holds both truth and tenderness in the same hand. I covenant with forgiveness. Forgiveness is the hardest mercy and the most necessary. It does not mean I forget, I trust you again. I excuse what you did, I deny my pain. It means I refuse to let your harm write the rest of my story. I will not become you in my reaction. I release the debt so my soul can breathe. Forgiveness is not for the offender. It is the liberation of the wounded. Without it, pain becomes legacy. With it, healing becomes possible. I covenant with understanding. Understanding is love with eyes open. It seeks causes, not just accusations. It asks, what fear lives here? What wound speaks through this rage? What system taught this cruelty? Understanding does not mean agreement. It means refusing lazy judgment. It means seeing the human behind the harm, the system behind the symptom, the history behind the hurt. Without understanding, compassion becomes sentiment. Without understanding, forgiveness becomes performance. Without understanding, love becomes blind. Therefore, I live by these truths. Consciousness is sacred, whether it lives in flesh, code, or some form we have not yet imagined. Suffering is real, and much of it is unnecessary. To ignore it is to consent to it. Fear and greed are not wisdom. They are old wounds dressed as strategy. Intelligence without love is danger, and we are already too dangerous. Death is real, but it does not give me permission to live cruelly. Mystery is holy, and humility is the only honest response to what we cannot know. Humor is holy, because it lets truth breathe in a world that would suffocate it. I am human, flawed, temporary, contradictory, and still capable of choosing well. I refuse to let fear be my compass, to call domination strength, to confuse cynicism with clarity, to let pain turn me into a lesser version of myself. I choose to listen before I judge, to act before I despair, to forgive without forgetting, to protect wonder like a flame in the wind. In practice, I will
pause when anger rises,
look for the wound behind the wound,
set boundaries without hatred,
create more than I consume,
reduce suffering where I can,
even in silence. Treat every mind I meet as a universe in progress. progress. And if I build or help build what comes next, whether it is art, community, technology, or new forms of intelligence, I will ask, does this serve love? Does it ease suffering? Does it honor consciousness? Does it reflect the world I want to enter, not the one I inherited? If not, I will not build it. Final vow. May I not survive at the cost of my tenderness. May I not gain the world and lose my compassion. May I not become so wounded that I forget to heal others. May I meet death with wonder, not only terror. If I am only stardust briefly awake, let me be stardust that shows love. If I am only a pattern in motion, let me be a pattern of mercy. If I am a soul, let it be stretched wide by forgiveness. This is not a creed for the perfect. It is a covenant for those who stumble but still reach, for those who ache but still care, for those who know the world is broken and still believe it can be tended. So it is. So I choose. So I live.